right, this is the final video of worksheet 3c. This is about trig functions as ratios. So this is an alternate definition of the trig functions that can be used in different situations, but it's equivalent to the definition that we already learned. So first, draw an angle in standard position and label any point on its terminal side XY. So we're calling this angle theta, labeling a point XY. That point cannot be the origin. Now, that point also does not need to be on the unit circle. So its distance from the origin may not be 1. What is the distance between the origin and the point XY? So there's different ways we can do this, but I think the simplest way is to use the Pythagorean theorem, because X is the base of this triangle, Y is the height of the triangle, and we want to know the hypotenuse because this is a right triangle. So we have x squared plus y squared equals, I'm going to call that r squared. So we want to find r is positive, so we get r equals the square root of x squared plus y squared. And then here it says we call that distance r, so r equals the square root of x squared plus y squared. That's the distance from the point to the origin. Next, we want to think of all 6 trig functions as ratios involving x, y, and or r. So if we look at our triangle, the trig functions are going to be all the possible ratios of the side lengths. Although if we're not in quadrant 1, these values may be negative, so they're not necessarily lengths. So it says complete the list of definitions. Identities may help. So we're told sine and cosine. So cosine is x over r, sine is y over r. Tangent is going to be sine over cosine, which is y over r over x over r. That simplifies to the much simpler and more familiar y over x. Secant is 1 over cosine. It's the reciprocal of cosine, so it will be r over x. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, r over y, and cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so x over y. Note that our original definition is the same as this new one, except with the distance from the origin equal to 1. So in our original definition, all of those r's would have been 1. So for problem 16, it says, consider an angle in standard position whose terminal side passes through the point 6, -8. That point is definitely not on the unit circle. Find all 6 trig functions of that angle. So use these definitions up here. So that is the final quiz question of 3c. So that is it for 3c. Thanks for listening and watching.